We will start with some of the important topics in linear algebra. So, first we will discuss permutation matrix and the properties on permutation matrix, and further we will discuss some of the questions which are asked in previous year exam. So, let us first start with the permutation matrix. So, what is permutation matrix? If I be the identity matrix, say C1, C2, Cn with n columns. So, I is the identity matrix which is n cross n matrix, and sigma is any permutation belonging to Sn. Sn is a permutation group. Then a matrix A defined as C of sigma 1, C of sigma 2, C of sigma n. That is, we are obtaining a matrix by permuting the column of this identity matrix. So, this matrix A is called a permutation matrix with respect to permutation sigma belongs to Sn. So, for example, if sigma is equal to 1, 3, 5, 2, 4 belongs to S5. So, we are taking a permutation belonging to S5, which is permutation group on 5 symbols. So, then permutation matrix A is C of sigma 1, C of sigma 2, C of sigma 3, C of sigma 4, C of sigma 5. That is, the matrix A is nothing, it is C of sigma 1, image of 1 is 3, that is C3, C of sigma 2, that is image of 2 is 4, that is C4, image of sigma 3 under sigma is 5, that is C5, and sigma 4 is 2, that is C2, and sigma 5 is 1, that is C1. So, this is a permutation matrix which is representing third column of identity matrix. So, in this permutation matrix, so first column of this matrix is a third column of identity matrix, second is fourth column, third is fifth column, and fourth column is second column, and fifth column is first column of the identity matrix. That is, this matrix is nothing, it is simply third column of identity matrix which is 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Again, fourth column of identity matrix which is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Then fifth column of identity matrix is 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Then second column of identity matrix which is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Then first column of identity matrix which is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So, this is a permutation matrix. So, basically permutation matrix is nothing, it is we are permuting the columns of identity matrix, then resultant matrix is called a permutation matrix. So, further we will discuss some of the basic properties on permutation matrix. So, in this session we will discuss some of the basic properties on permutation matrix. So, let us start with some of the properties. So, first property is, if A and B are permutation matrices corresponding to two permutations sigma and tau belongs to Sn. So, A is permutation matrix with respect to sigma and B is permutation matrix with respect to tau, then this implies A into B is also permutation matrix with respect to A into B is also permutation matrix with respect to sigma composition with tau. Similarly, second property is, if A is a permutation matrix with respect to sigma, then this implies A to the power R is also permutation matrix with respect to sigma to the power R. So where sigma to the power R is a composition of sigma R time. And third property is if A is a permutation matrix with respect to sigma and order of sigma in Sn is R, then this always implies A to the power R must be identity matrix and A to the power K is never identity for every 0 less than or equal to K less than or strictly less than R. That is the least natural power of A which produce identity is the order of sigma. So this is the third one property of permutation matrix. And fourth property is determinant of A is always signature of sigma, where again A is a permutation matrix corresponding to sigma, and signature is defined as it is 1 when sigma is even permutation and -1 if sigma is odd permutation. So this is the fourth one property. If you want to find determinant of any permutation matrix, it is nothing, it is only signature of the permutation matrix, and signature is either 1 and -1, which is always non-zero. That is, every permutation matrix is non-singular matrix. So every permutation matrix is always non-singular matrix. That is, rank of matrix is always order of matrix. Say A is n cross n permutation matrix, then rank of A is always n and nullity of A is always 0. So this is the next property of permutation matrix. Further, every permutation matrix is a orthogonal matrix. That is, if A is permutation matrix, that is A is permutation matrix, then A into A transpose is always identity matrix, and also A transpose is permutation matrix with respect to sigma inverse, where sigma inverse is also sigma inverse is simply inverse of the permutation matrix. Permutation corresponding to this A is a permutation matrix. And another property of permutation matrix is, if you want to find the trace of permutation matrix, trace of permutation matrix is always number of fixed point in sigma. So this is next property. The trace is number of fixed point, where fixed point is nothing, number of self imaged element in a sigma. And next property is, if G be the set of all A matrices such that A is n cross n matrix and A is permutation matrix, that is, G is the collection of all n cross n permutation matrices, then G is always a group under matrix multiplication. So this is next property. Set of all permutation matrices of order n is always grouped under a matrix multiplication, and this group is always isomorphic to a group of permutation on n symbol, where Sn is a group of permutation on n symbol. That is the number of permutation matrices of order n are always n factorial. So this is next one property. If you want count the number of permutation matrix of order n, then it is always n factorial. So these are the main properties of permutation matrix. Further, there is another definition of a permutation matrix is, if A is any n cross n matrix with entries say Aij, such that Aij belongs to 0 and 1, that is each entry is either 0 or 1, and summation I varying from 1 to n A of Ij is equal to 1 for all j, that is sum of entries of each row is 1. Similarly, sum of each entries of each column is 1. Similarly, for all j varying from 1 to n, Aij is equal to 1 for all I, that is each column sum is 1, each row sum is 1, and entries are from 0 1, then A is always a permutation matrix. That is any matrix whose entries are either 0 or 1, and each row sum is 1, each column sum is 1, then this matrix always represent a permutation matrix. And conversely, that is in every permutation matrix, every row sum is 1, every column sum is 1, and entries are belonging to 0 and 1. So let's consider one of the example on all these properties. So we will start with this some basic example. So let's sigma is a permutation 1, 2 or 1, 3, 5, 2, 6 and 4 belonging to a permutation group S6 on 6 symbol. So take any random permutation. Then corresponding to this permutation, the permutation matrix A is C of sigma 1, C of sigma 2, C of sigma 3, C of sigma 4, C of sigma 5 and C of sigma 6, which is same as A is equal to sigma 1 is 3, that is C3, sigma 2 is 6, that is C6, sigma 3 is 5, that is C5, sigma 4 is 4, that is self-imaged, sigma 5 is 1, that is C1, sigma 6 is 2, that is C2. So we are permuting the column of identity matrix. Each Ci represent the column of 6 cross 6 identity matrix. So A is third column of identity matrix, which is 0 0 1 0 0 0. Sixth column of identity matrix, which is 0 0 0 0 0 1. Then fifth column of identity matrix, which is 0 0 0 0 1 and 0. Then fourth column of identity matrix, which is 0 0 0 1 0 0. And first column of identity matrix, which is 1 0 0 0 0 0. Then second column of identity matrix 0 1 0 0 0 0. You can check each row sum is 1, each column sum is 1, and entries are 0 1. Now first order of sigma is product of 3 disjoint cycle. One is of length 3, another is of length 2, another is of length 1, and we know that the order of permutation is LCM of length of disjoint cycle. So order of sigma is 6. So this implies a to the power 6 must be identity, and a to the power r is never identity for every r which lying between 0 to 6, that is r is greater than or equal to 0 and strictly less than 6. So this is the first property of permutation matrix. Another property, if you want to find determinant of A, so determinant of A is simply signature of sigma. Signature of sigma is 1 if sigma is even permutation, and signature of sigma is -1 if sigma is odd permutation. You can easily check this sigma is an odd permutation, so determinant is always -1. Also you can check that trace of A is simply number of self-imaged element in sigma. So there is one self-imaged element in sigma, so trace is 1. So there is one entry on diagonal which is 1, so trace is 1. So this is the some of the properties on permutation matrix. So in this session we will discuss some advanced properties of permutation matrix. For example, if you want to find the eigenvalues, and another thing, if you want to find the algebraic multiplicity of the eigenvalues and geometric multiplicity of each eigenvalue, or if there is a transformation which permutes the symbols, then how to find the metric representation of permutation, that transformation. So let's start with this some of the another definitions. So again, assuming that sigma belongs to Sn be a permutation, and define a function t, say t sigma, from Cn over C to Cn over C, where Cn is set of n tuples over complex field, and t sigma is simply t sigma of Z1, Z2, Zn is Z of sigma 1, Z of sigma 2, and so on, Z of sigma n, where Z1, Z2, Zn are complex numbers. So this is always, this t sigma is always a linear operator on the vector space Cn over C, and this operator is called permutation operator. So we are basically, there is n symbols and we are permuting these n symbol and again mapping to another n symbol. So this is a permutation operator. For example, if sigma is say 1 4 2 3 5 belongs to S5, then T sigma is defined from C5 over field C to C5 over field C, such that T sigma of Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5 is equal to Z of sigma 1, Z of sigma 2, and so on, Z of sigma 5. So in this case, sigma 1 is, image of 1 is 4, that is Z4, image of 2 is 1, that is Z1, image of 3 is 5, that is Z5, image of 4 is 2, that is Z2, and image of 5 is 3, that is Z3. So this is a linear operator over the vector space C5 over C. And further we will discuss some of the properties based on this linear operator. So first property of this linear operator is, if sigma is permutation belonging to Sn and T sigma is linear operator defined by this transformation, by this permutation, then let beta, which is E1, E2, En, be the standard basis of Cn over field C. Then the metric representation of this operator, that is T sigma with respect to the bases beta and beta. So the metric representation of this T sigma with respect to this basis beta is simply a permutation matrix corresponding to sigma inverse. So this metric representation is a permutation matrix with respect to sigma inverse. So this one is the first property. And now if we want to find the eigenvalues, eigenvectors corresponding to this T sigma or determinant of T sigma or determinant of this, we can directly calculate from this sigma. First we will discuss the example for which this metric representation is A. So let's consider one of the example on these properties. So let sigma is 1, 2, 4, say 3, 5 belongs to S5, and corresponding T sigma is Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5, and image of 1 is 2, so first component is Z2. Image of 2 is 4, so second component is Z4. Image of 3 is 5, the third component is Z5. Image of 4 is 1, the fourth component is Z1. Image of 5 is 3, the next component is Z3. So this is permutation operator. Now let beta, which is standard basis of C5, which is E1 1 0 0 0 0 and E2 is 0 1 0 0 0 and so on. E5 is 0 0 0 0 1. So this is standard basis of vector space C5 over C, and this T sigma is linear operator on C5. Then metric representation of T sigma with respect to beta and beta is simply permutation matrix A with respect to, so this metric representation is simply permutation matrix with respect to sigma inverse. Now what is sigma inverse? So sigma inverse you can calculate easily, which is 1 4 2 and 3 5. So this is sigma inverse. So this matrix A is simply C of sigma inverse 1, C of sigma inverse 2 and so on, C of sigma inverse 5. So this is a permutation this is metric representation with respect to standard basis beta of this linear operator T sigma. So this matrix is simply sigma inverse 1. So image of 1 is 4, that is fourth column of identity matrix, which is 0 0 0 1 0. Sigma inverse 2 is 1, that is first column of identity matrix, which is 1 0 0 0 0. Sigma inverse is sigma inverse 3 is 5, so fifth column of identity matrix. Sigma inverse 4 is 2, the second column of identity matrix. Sigma inverse 5 is 3, the third column of identity matrix. So this is metric representation of this operator on C5 with respect to this ordered basis beta. So we can directly calculate this metric representation of this operator. So next we will discuss some of the another properties on this linear operator. So let's start with the again permutation operator in general. So consider sigma, which is C1, C2, Ck belongs to Sn, where Ci and Cj are disjoint cycle for all I not equal to j. We know that every permutation can be represented as product of disjoint cycle. So sigma is product of k number of disjoint cycle, where Ci and Cj are disjoint cycle. Also assume that length of these cycles Ci is say Ri. Each cycle is of length Ri, and let T sigma is permutation operator, which is T z1 z2 zn, which is equal to z of sigma 1 and so on z of sigma n, is operator defined from Cn over C to Cn over C. So now how to find the characteristic polynomial of this operator, how to find the eigenvalues of this operator, and what are the algebraic multiplicity of each eigenvalue, and what is the geometric multiplicity of each eigenvalue, and how to check whether this operator is diagonalizable operator or not. So these all property, I will summarize all these property in next few seconds. So first property is the characteristic polynomial of this T sigma. This is notation for characteristic polynomial, which is x to the power r1 minus 1, x to the power r2 minus 1, and so on, x to the power rk minus 1, where ri is the length of these disjoint cycles. So this is the characteristic polynomial of this permutation operator, and you can easily check lambda equal to 1 is always root of the characteristic polynomial. So lambda equal to 1 always an eigenvalue. Further, the multiplicity or algebraic multiplicity of lambda equal to 1. Lambda equal to 1 is also root in this factor, also root of this, also root of this. So number of disjoint cycle in cycle decomposition of sigma is representing the algebraic multiplicity of 1. That is, if algebraic multiplicity of lambda equal to 1 is always k, where k is number of disjoint cycle in cycle decomposition of sigma. Further, lambda equal to minus 1 is an eigenvalue of T sigma if and only if there exists a cycle Cj such that length of this cycle Cj is even number. So that is, if in cycle decomposition there exists a cycle of even length, then this T sigma must have eigenvalue which is minus 1. And if you want to find algebraic multiplicity of lambda equal to minus 1, provided this is an eigenvalue, this is simply number of disjoint cycles of number of disjoint cycle whose length is even in cycle decomposition of sigma. That is number of disjoint cycle in this cycle decomposition with even length. This is the algebraic multiplicity of -1. Similarly, you can find what are the eigenvalue. So, from this characteristic polynomial, you can easily check the eigenvalues are some rth root of unity. So, next property is mth primitive root of unity is an eigenvalue of T sigma if and only if there exists a cycle Cj in cycle decomposition of sigma such that length of Cj is multiple of m. That is, if there is a cycle whose length is multiple of m, then there must exist an eigenvalue which is mth primitive root of unity. So, for example, omega is an eigenvalue of this T sigma if and only if there is a cycle whose length is multiple of 3, since omega is primitive third root of unity. So, this is the another property of this T sigma. Next property is the algebraic multiplicity of mth primitive root of unity, provided it exists, is always number of disjoint cycle in cycle decomposition of sigma whose length is multiple of m. So, similarly, for example, the algebraic multiplicity of an eigenvalue omega is number of disjoint cycle of length number of disjoint cycle in cycle decomposition of sigma whose length is multiple of 3. That is the algebraic multiplicity of omega if omega is an eigenvalue of this. Next property is the algebraic multiplicity, or if lambda is an eigenvalue of T sigma, then algebraic multiplicity of lambda is always same as geometric multiplicity of lambda, where Gm is number of linearly independent eigenvector corresponding to this lambda. So, in this permutation transformation or permutation operator, the algebraic multiplicity of each eigenvalue is always same as Gm of each eigenvalue, and you can calculate the Am of lambda, which is directly we have write the property. Next property is this permutation operator is always diagonalizable over complex field C. So, this operator is diagonalizable over C in general. And another property, this permutation operator is diagonalizable over R if and only if sigma is self inverse. So if you want to check the diagonalizability of this operator over real field or any subfield of R, then this operator is diagonalizable if and only if this sigma is self inverse. That is, this sigma is either of order 2 or it is a identity operator. And since this T sigma is diagonalizable over C, and we know that the property of diagonalizability, an operator is diagonalizable over a field if and only if the minimal polynomial of this operator contains non-repeated linear factors. So that is, the minimal polynomial MT sigma x is always x minus lambda 1, x minus lambda 2, x minus some lambda r, where lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda r are the distinct eigenvalues of this operator, which are the some mth primitive root of unity. So these are the main properties of this permutation operator. Next we will discuss, in next section we will discuss some of the example or some of the question which are all asked in previous year exams. So in this session we will discuss some of the question which are asked in CSIR NET JRF on based on the permutation operator or permutation matrix. So let's start with the some question. So this question is question number 76 and exam is NET JRF December 2016, and this booklet code is A. So question number 76, question is, if n is greater than or equal to 7, a natural number which is odd natural number, and A is n cross n matrix, Aij n cross n matrix, and another properties of A are A of I plus 1 is 1, and sorry, A of I plus 1 is 1, I is varying from 1 to up to n minus 1, and A n1 is 1, sorry, A n1 is 1, and A ij is 0 otherwise. So question is, A n is any odd number, odd natural number which is greater than or equal to 7, and A is n cross n matrix, and these are the entries of this matrix A. So first option, lambda equal to 1 is an eigenvalue of A. Second option is lambda equal to minus 1 is an eigenvalue of A. Third option is A has at least one eigenvalue, say lambda, such that algebraic multiplicity of lambda is greater than or equal to 2. And D option is there does not exist any real eigenvalue. So this is the question. So let's start with this matrix. What is this matrix A? So I and I plus 1th entries is 1 and n 1th entry is 1, remaining all entries are 0. That is, the entries of this matrix are either 0 or 1. So let's construct what is this matrix. So A is, in first column n one entry is 1, remaining all are 0. That is, this is 0, 0, 0 and last entry is 1. If I equal to 2, then this value is 3. So 8, 2, 3 is 1, remaining all entries are 0. That is, this value is 1, remaining all are 0. I equal to 2, I equal to 3, so A 3, 4 is 1, remaining all entries are 0. So that is 0, so I equal to 1, so A 1, 2 is 1, so this is second column. I equal to 2, so A 2, 3 is 1, that is second and third, and A 2, 3 is 1, that is this entry is 1, remaining all entries are 0. Similarly, remaining you can calculate, write down this one, A 0, 0, 1, 0 and so on, and last column is this second last entry is 1, remaining all are 0. So you can check that in each row there is unique 1 and in each column there is unique 1. So row sum is 1, column sum is 1 and entries are 0, 1. So this is a permutation matrix of order n, and we can write down the permutation corresponding to this permutation matrix. So permutation is 1, 2, 3 up to n. Image of 1 is n. Since this is nth column of permutation identity matrix, n2 is 1, that is, since this is first column of identity matrix, and image of 3 is 2, that is since this column is second column of identity matrix. Similarly, image of 4 is 3 and so on. Image of n is n minus 1, since this is n minus 1th column of identity matrix. Your sigma is image of 1 is n, image of n is n minus 1, image of n minus 1 is n minus 2 and so on. Image of 3 is 2, image of 2 is 1. So this sigma is simply cycle of length n. So cycle decomposition of sigma is simply a cycle of length n. So you can write down directly characteristic polynomial of this matrix A, which is x to the power n minus 1, and where n is odd number. So there is no cycle with even length, so hence lambda equal to minus 1 is not an eigenvalue, and all the roots of this polynomial are distinct root, that is algebraic multiplicity of each eigenvalue is 1. So third option is incorrect, and since we know that lambda equal to 1 is always eigenvalue, so D option is incorrect, since there is D option is there does not exist any real eigenvalue. Lambda equal to 1 is always eigenvalue. So first option is only option which is correct. So this is question asked in December 2016, which is based on permutation matrix. So let's start with the another question. So this question is question number 72, and in NetJRF December 2015, and again booklet code is A. So question is, V is a vector space of polynomial over real field with degree at most n. So V is vector space of polynomial with degree at most n. ये इशू है यहाँ का, हो जाएगा ना एडजस्ट ये सारी चीज़ें. So question is, so let's discuss question number 72. So question is, V is vector space of polynomial with degree at most n. So we denote Rnx is polynomial space with degree at most n, and Px is any polynomial which is a0 plus a1x plus a2x square and so on, an xn. So n is general polynomial of this vector space, and T is linear operator from V to V such that T of P of x is an plus an minus 1x plus an minus 2x square and so on plus a naught x to the power n. So, this is a operator defined on this vector space V. So, we can represent this polynomial Px by simply component a naught, a1, a2, an. So, a naught is constant term, a1 is coefficient of x, a2 is coefficient of x square and an is coefficient of xn. So, this is representation of Px. Then T of P of x is simply an minus 1, an minus 2 and so on a naught. So, basically we are permuting n plus 1 symbol and rearranging these one. So, that is there is a this transformation or this operator is again permutation operator. So, sigma corresponding to this permutation operator is, so say notation is 0, 1, 2 up to n. So, there are n plus 1 symbols and a naught, image of a naught is an. So, 0, image of 0 is n, image of 1 is n minus 1, image of 2 is n minus 2 and so on, image of n is simply 0. So, this is sigma, which is permutation corresponding to this operator. So, sigma is simply image of 0 is n and image of n is 0. So, 0 is nothing, it is symbol only, and image of 1 is n minus 1, image of n minus 1 is n. So, and so on. So, sigma is product of n disjoint cycles. So, now come to options. So, first option is T is 1 1. So, we know that the determinant of permutation operator or permutation matrix is always either 1 or minus 1, that is this permutation operator is always non-singular. So, first option is correct option. Second option is T is on 2. So, again non-singular operator, so T must be on 2 operator. Third option is T is invertible. So, again permutation operator is always invertible. And fourth option is determinant of T is plus minus 1, and we know that the determinant of permutation operator is signature of permutation, which is always 1 and minus 1. So, fourth option is also correct option. So, all 4 are correct question. So, further we will discuss next question asked in this exam. So, let us start with the next question. This question is question number 29 and exam is net, again net JRF, December 2014, and again booklet code is A. Question is the determinant of the matrix A. So, determinant of A, where A is matrix given by 0 0 0, last entry is 1, 0 0 0, 1 and 0, that is 1 and remaining entries all are 0. So, this A is n cross n matrix. So, what is determinant of this A? So, again you can see that this matrix is a permutation matrix. So, corresponding to this matrix, the permutation is image of 1, 2, 3 up to n. So image of 1 is n, since this is nth column of identity matrix. Image of 2 is n minus 1, since this is n minus 1th column of identity matrix. Similarly, image of 3 is n minus 2 and so on. Image of n is 1, since this last column is first column of the identity matrix. So sigma is simply 1n, 2n minus 1 and so on. So sigma is again product of transposition. So you can easily check that number of transposition in sigma is greatest integer n by 2. So this is number of transposition in this sigma. For example, if n equal to 5, so sigma is image of 1 is 5, image of 2 is 4 and image of 3 is 3. So there is 2 transposition in cycle decomposition of this permutation. And similarly, if n equal to 6, then sigma is image of 1 is 6, image of 2 is 4, sorry, image of 2 is 5, image of 3 is 4. So this is sigma. Again you can check number of transposition is n by 2, greatest integer of this. So this is number of transposition in this sigma. And we know that determinant of A, which is permutation matrix, is signature of sigma, and signature of sigma is always minus 1 to the power number of transpositions or least number of transposition, which is greatest integer n by 2. So this is the determinant of this permutation matrix. So there are option. First option is, so there are option. First option is determinant of A is minus 1 to the power n. Second option is determinant of A is minus 1 to the power greatest integer n by 2. Third option is determinant of A is minus 1. Fourth option is determinant of A is 1. So directly you can say that the determinant of A is minus 1 to the power greatest integer n by 2. So answer 2 is correct option. Thank you. बहुत आवाज़ आ रही है, हो जाएगा ये रिड्यूस? हैं, कर लोगे ना एडजस्ट? So let's start with the another question. So question number 85. Again exam is NET JRF, CSIR NET JRF, December 2014. So question is, which of following are eigenvalue of, so which of following are eigenvalues of matrix A? This matrix is simply 0 0 0 1 0 0. So it is 6 cross 6 matrix. Then second is 0 0 0 0 1 0. Then 0 0 0 0 0 1, then 1 0 0 0 0 0, then 0 1 0 0 0 0, then 0 0 1 0 0 0. So this is a 6 cross 6 matrix. Then question is the eigenvalue of this matrix. So first option is 1, second option is -1, third option is iota, and fourth option is minus iota. So you can see that given matrix is the given matrix is a permutation matrix, and corresponding permutation sigma is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So image of 1, since this column is fourth column of identity matrix, so image of 1 is 4. Again image of 2 is 5, since this is fifth column of identity matrix. Image of 3 is 6, since this is sixth column of identity matrix. Similarly, image of 4 is 1, image of 5 is 2, image of 6 is 3. So this is a sigma corresponding to this permutation matrix. So you can write down in cycle decomposition form, sigma is image of 1 is 4 and image of 4 is 1. Image of 2 is 5, image of 5 is 2. Image of 3 is 6 and image of 6 is 3. So sigma is product of 3 disjoint cycle and each cycle is of length 2. So you can write down directly characteristic polynomial of this matrix A, which is x square minus 1, since length of this cycle is 2. Again x square minus 1, length of this cycle is 2. Again x square minus 1. So this is the characteristic polynomial of this permutation matrix, x square minus 1 power 3. So eigenvalues of this permutation matrix are 1 and -1, and you can also easily check AM of lambda equal to 1 is 3 and AM of lambda equal to -1 is also 3. So algebraic material. So question is simply eigenvalue of this permutation matrix. So answer is first and second. So this is question in December 2014 NET JRF, question number 85. So answer simply 1 and 2. Let's start with the another question. So this question is question number 30. So let's start with the another question. This question is question number 30, and again this question is of NET JRF, CSIR NET JRF. Exam is June 2014, and again booklet code is A. So question is the given permutation, sigma, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and images are 3, 1, 2, 5 and 4. So this is a permutation matrix, and A is 5 cross 5 matrix. So A is 5 cross 5 matrix such that ith column of identity matrix is sigma ith column of A. That is, A is simply C of sigma 1. First column of A is sigma 1th column of identity matrix, and sigma C, second column is sigma C2, third column is C sigma 3, fourth column is C sigma 4, and fifth column is C sigma 5. So this is the given matrix, and options are which of following is correct. So first option is A is equal to A to the power minus 2. Second is A is equal to A to the power minus 4. Third is A is equal to A to the power minus 5. And fourth one is A is equal to A inverse, that is minus 1. So you can check that this given matrix is a permutation matrix, and A is simply sigma 1, image of 1 is 3, so C3, sigma 2, image of 2 is 1, so C1, sigma 3, image of 3 is 2, so C2, image of 4 is 5, so C5, image of 5 is 4, so which is C4. So this is a permutation matrix. You can write down in this way 0 0 1 0 0. So third column of identity matrix, then 1 0 0 0 0, first column of identity matrix, then 0 1 0 0 0, second column of identity, then 0 0 0 0 1, fifth column of identity matrix, 0 0 0 1 0, fifth column, fourth column of identity. So this is A, and you can check this sigma is simply image of 1 is 3, image of 3 is 2, and image of 2 is 1. So 3 cycle, then image of 4 is 5, image of 5 is 4. So order of sigma is 6, since length of LCM of disjoint cycle is 6. And we know that if order of sigma is 6, then A to the power 6 must be identity, and A to the power R is not equal to identity for all 0 less than or equal to R less than 6. So this question is simply based on this property. If order of sigma is something k, then A to the power k must be identity, and lower power is never identity. So order of sigma is 6, so A to the power 6 is identity. From this equality you can check that first option is incorrect, second is incorrect, third is directly correct, and fourth one is incorrect. So answer of this question is only third answer. So let's start with the another question. So this question is question number 77, and exam again NET JRF. December 2014, sorry, December 2011, and again booklet code is E. So question is, consider the linear transformation T defined from R7 to R7 such that T of sigma 1, sorry, T of x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6 and x7 is x7, x6, x5, x4, x3, x2 and x1. So this is linear transformation from R7 to R7, and which of following statement is correct statement? So first option is determinant of T is 1. Second option is there exists a basis, say beta, of R7 with such that metric representation with respect to beta the metric representation of T with respect to beta is diagonal matrix. So this is the second option, and third option is T to the power 7 is identity, and fourth option is the smallest n such that T to the power n is identity is even number. So these are four options in this question. So let's start with the given information. So you can check that given linear transformation is simply a permutation transformation. So we are permuting the 7 symbol and replacing the images. So the sigma corresponding to this transformation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and resultant images are 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. That is sigma is 1, 7, 2, 6, 3, 5 and 4 is self image. So sigma is basically product of 3 transposition which are disjoint, and order of this sigma is equal to 2. So this directly implies T square is equal to identity. So this implies T to the power 2k is always identity, and T to the power 2k plus 1 is equal to T to the power 2k is equal to T. So T, the smallest value of n such that T to the power n is identity is 2. So fourth option is correct, and T to the power 7 is T. So third option is incorrect. And we know that the determinant of this transformation T is signature of sigma, and signature is 1 if sigma is even, and signature is -1 if sigma is odd. So this sigma permutation is odd permutation since it is product of 3 transpositions. So determinant is -1. So first option is incorrect. So from second option, second option is there exists a basis of R7 such that metric representation of T with respect to basis is diagonal matrix. That is, this operator is diagonizable over real field, and we know that the the permutation operator is diagonizable over R if and only if this sigma is self inverse. So order of sigma is 2, sigma is self inverse, implies operator is diagonizable over R. So option second and fourth are correct option.